2025 was packed with phenomenal plays and stories, so to celebrate, here are 20 unforgettable moments from the year.
A trip to Dallas on the line, red roster responding, trying to hold on, Golden in trouble, two go down, loud clap back, Brabel, the last man standing needs to make a connection, but the teleport away secures the win. Loud are flying to America and dancing in Dallas.
Lukii that wants to get aggressive. Oh, the magic hand catches him out. That's not good at all.
Now the Flog is fighting them as well. Make it a 4v2 at this point. RBM going in. He has to. No other choice. They have to make magic happen. Down goes one. 2v2 situation. Zeus lobbing up shots. Barley full HP. And RBM has to dive in at a perfect time. Last call goes on the ground. And it's down to their final life. Shockwaves sent across North America. Chinese mainland has done the unthinkable here in Dallas.
Toxic Lotus working for that Rico hypercharge. Tox has had two of them so far. Here comes the super from Firecrow. It's drive time. OU now to the top right corner. All the healing in the world doesn't seem to be enough. Tox now trying to circle around the right side. Beams down. Etinho with the super to try and finish off.
Not enough. Here comes the stun. The takedown. What a finish. And Toxic Lotus are going to have an answer to this. Here's the super. Protect the pirouette comes in from Kyodog and he decides the damage, the threat is enough for him. But Engine comes in and look at all the little helpers now to overrun Loud.
But now it's up to 95%. Oh, and TOC so healthy right now. Oh, shielded. Blue alive.
We're going to lose the long game easily.
OU in close range. All right. He's able to take down the Daryl. Firecrow on top of the safe. Getting lots of damage. TOC shuts him down. OU now returning from spawn once again to go for the defense. Etinho closing in range. And OU with tons of damage. It's chipping down to nothing.
There we go, another layer of invulnerability there for Toxic Lotus is safe. The 19% is left and they're still going after it. OU sends a couple of boomerangs in. First, it was a set win, then a match taken LCQ, and now Toxic Lotus stand amongst the top 4 teams in the Brawl world.
Ope also with the super ready to move. He's going to go aggressive, trying to reflect some damage back to Semantic. Also looking to bait out that hypercharge from Lukii. Now he's got it. Hypercharge mines, top of the ground. Ope, take it down. Oh, it's a disaster.
Humble with the numbers here. And now a super chasing down Yoshi. Joker, the last man alive. 510 HP. Curveball gadget, not enough. The fog closing in. Semantic running it down. And the rebellion ends here. The kings of EMEA were able to win the Civil War, but they are no match for conquerors of the globe. KCP just trying to give themselves their best chance. I think that was a hypercharge pop as well. It looked purple and it looked devastating as Ezlivi, super pass available, goes for the bounce shot. Bang! Ezlivi buries one against his old teammates.
Hypercharge out for Tacos on the left side. Goes for one, looks for two. Juan Carlos in with the surprise hypercharge as well. Now here comes the hyper for RBM. He's off to the races, looking straight for the lifeline of the team. Pain blasts him away with the bubble. Juan Carlos needs a kill. Double stun for RBM, and he's got all the support in the world. Tribe Gaming, what a reactive play.
That was unreal. Absolutely unreal from RBM.
7% left, and Jay shouldn't be in a position to survive here, but he actually gets the kill. Crazy Raccoon have fallen apart and responds with a great turn back of the clock to avoid that shot. This might be the last push needed. Here comes the super, along with the hypercharge, and Sergeant still unsafe. The support from Beyond's there too, and Revenant XSpark do the unthinkable and take down Crazy Raccoon.
That is what they need more than anything else. But Terry, of course, gets the hypercharge. The long pull out of a match G. It's time for Rival to move.
TL want to save supers, but they got to respect the damage that this rival comp can do, especially when the gas starts to close in. So it's slow and steady. It's careful gameplay. Terry in the Shadow Realm right now, and Icy alone outside of it. Gas is starting to emerge. Terry would love to build a super, and in he goes. Damage on top, catches him with the slow-mo rebound. Now the montage is active. The 3v2 is now a 2v2, and Icy's going to come forward. Engine into the gas, but the tick damage is going to be a problem. Res here for the Doug. Icy is back in the game, but Terry is low, and OU is the last one standing. Toxic Lotus is sitting on 3 supers, ready for their last gasp. But Talk gets caught out quickly, has the multiple launcher away. It's going to be Engine a little bit low. Icy runs him down. Montage active, and OU and Talk are forced to the back of the map. Icy still has a res. OU trying to reposition, but he, of course, triggers that super from Doug. It's on OU. Run Grey against the world. And Rival Esports don the helmet as the Lotus wilts right before their eyes. Angel
Boy forces Ezlivi straight into the realm, but he's not finished him off just yet. Now he goes down, and now Maori from the right, he can get on the safe.
This might be over. Maori's able to step up here with a super to work with. That safe gets chunked down to its last stage of defense. Here comes Maru straight on in. Team Electro's absolutely flattened in their own houses. They are so far behind, Ark.
The hypercharge of Maru misses. That's actually quite brutal. He needs to get forwards. There is a chance. There is time for Electros to bring this back. Boy, he's running through it. The ice cream running for the safe. He should be able to get it. And that is it. Reply Totem. The boys in green can now proceed to the World Finals to line their pockets with gold. Moya can mark someone up. Ideally, it would be used on Pekka. They're conceding a lot of room. That's the pull onto Pekka. Need to mark him now. Moya still opting not to do it. Pekka with a jump away. 10 seconds to go. Tensai can't get it. Pekka super just in time. It's a kill for Doritos. CR fire back. They're in the lead. 3 seconds to go. Pekka needs a kill so badly, but they can't get it. Meanwhile, on the right side, Pekka is gearing up for a huge push. He would love to stun someone. Doritos in, and the dash out. What? Another for Pekka. Milkrail fires back. Costa, they're only 2 stars behind. Doritos cannot afford to die. Looking at Bonnie, they've only got 10 seconds left. This could be the moment.
But what have they got? They don't have the body super to get in anymore. Doritos having to go round. Pekka trying to pinch around the side. There's the Morgan Kane. He's marked up as well. Can they get the damage in? They're all pinned, but they can't yet. And can't at all. There it is for Crazy Raccoon. The second reverse sweep of the day results in a golden ticket. Now, just sitting on the mid, little time warp in there as well, keeps them in the mid for a little bit longer and buffs this zone so much for them.
So Mandic turn is hypercharged. This is big. He's had to make space and use his health pool as a resource, but it's given Humble 82% on the point. Crazy Raccoon have been able to equalize the score now, 83% and counting. Humble have to make a play. Boss trying to come forward. Weekend Warrior for extra damage, but that Grim and Frostbit's going to make it hard to pass. No chance here for Humble to break through. A Crazy Raccoon vanquish the ghost of their past, taking down your world champions in 5 sets in their debut match in Stockholm.
Semantic once more, and this is a real tough
Dangerous
situation for Lukii right now. He needs a super to be able to get out of here. Boxes himself. Away. Might be able to get away from KR here. Still in the wall, waiting for help of his teammates. Can't get caught over the right, and he survived. That's nuts. How has he done that?
And a nice hit by Joker on Cinderella. You're going to start respecting those kooky poppers at this part of the game. Biso's been locked out. He threw that wall down himself. Joker comes forward with the shield. Now Biso's trying to get active at the bottom of the map, but it might be too late. Joker picked off. Hypercharge super here for Yoshi. He destroys the Bebe. That is disgusting. Luki's trapped. He might have to use a super here just for the invulnerability frames. Needs to find a way out. Zeus needs to rotate to maybe break him out of that position. Body blocking there for RBM, who's had just enough time to heal up. 13 seconds left in the round, but that fan storm could be a problem. Spiderlings spawn up, and RBM has to step outside of that dangerous area of effect. 6 seconds, still 1 star in, but Luffy falls, and Tribe don't have a game plan to come back from behind. Crazy Raccoon snatch away the stars and take our first round. Tensai backs up, Fanstorm thrown down, Tribe seem unperturbed, but RBM is a little bit low inside of it. 13 seconds left, Squeak super thrown out to the middle of the map, and Tensai seems to be a little bit isolated. Luffy wants to capitalize, they've brought the Kaze down, but Milk Rio shielded up, straight into the cocoon with you. Tensai off spawn though, puts Crazy Raccoon ahead, and Luffy can't get it done. North America's best get over the line and stay alive in this final game.
Milkrayo with 5 on his noggin. That's who they need to focus down. Super's being released. Tensai up in the face of RBM. Teammate there to assist. One star being the difference maker. Tribe Gaming have waited for revenge for an entire year, but CR standing tall. Tensai drops the super. RBM low HP. Milkrayo a man on the mission, and once again he delivers. Let this be a warning to the world. LAN is where demons come to play. Dread it, run from it. Crazy Raccoon are inevitable. Manning out while response slowly trickles away. Has to be careful. This Sandstorm might eat him alive. But Sargent there to cover for his teammates. Marco, the enemy team Gym Carrier, does go down. Not enough to progress forward. No, Jay wants to spell. Oh, what is he doing? Oh no, disaster.
Is a set given hand over fist straight to this young Italian squad.
Maru can't be far off another super and gets him. Melty might be stunned out here. Percentage very similar again.
Mauru and Batman having the thrower off on the right-hand side, and a super from Mauru, stopping them in their tracks once more as they retake the lead. Angel Boy down the left-hand side, super here as well, but a hypercharge right gives so many heals, and it's neck and neck going into the last portions. A massive moment for Angel Boys with the hypercharge as well. At the moment, Batman and Melty are doing their best, but it is so close. Reply Totem taking no chances to get on this loop prematurely. Batman with huge heals, huge surely going to fall to this right-hand side, and it does. It's rejects on the zone and trickling out in terms of HP, but Mauru gets it! Oh, 1%! It's going to be Reply Totem to get it! The NBA hammer slides down to secure a second nail in the East Asia coffin!
Pain needs to regenerate for a time, and Tarkus was stuck in the corner. But again, look at the nest egg density on that right side of the map. Moya's already fallen. Tarkus now with the hypercharge knows he can connect, but Tensai, it's all over for Crazy Raccoon. 7-star difference. So much to make up. They have to all in STMN without getting traded out.
Boy with the magic hand, he's got the hypercharge.
No way.
Could he bring back 2? It would be insane. Pain is now low marked up. They got 1.
No way.
1. They get it. Multi and the blue and CR are running away. Daylight robbery.
South America's kings, now is the time to jump in, down to their final life, shouldering an entire region. Kyodog, right-hand side, speed going down for Adinho. The pull goes through, 5 stars being swung. Response, the man with the blue, Adinho in hot pursuit, but they cannot close the distance. Revenant XSpark, how many times do they have to tell the world that they are good enough to be here?
Joker needs help. Milkrio's coming in. He's going to make this an unavoidable rocket rain if SK aren't careful. Good response, good damage. Joker TP's forward, but Tensai's in his way. The sandbag stymie that attempt to thrust. But Crazy Raccoon now on the back foot. Tensai taking too much damage. Poked down. And the Mad Doctor in Ope is able to take him out of the running.
Ope's going absolutely crazy, and these taps now from Joker were landing. A Misplay came though. Moya's still very beefy here. It's 2 versus 2. Moya's lowest is no PE now. He finds a great tackle to Milkrio. He's surely got 1. Can he survive? He'll for himself. Moya is low, but Ope is lower. Tough time now for the R. They've got to be able to come forwards. Moya has got a hypercharge, and they can be absolutely devastating. But Ope with a huge tap. He's targeting him specifically. And now CR push back. The gas is coming in.
Good taps. Tensai getting low. Has to duck behind the sandbag, and a walking cane catches Moya. Here's the hypercharge though. Yoshi can't get away. Oh no! They don't care for fairy tales. They don't care for legacies. They'll leave muddy footprints on your memoirs. Crazy Raccoon are done hunting trash. Today, they're looking for treasure. Today, they're looking for glory. Everything coming up humble now. 25 seconds left in a round. A safe crack finally achieved, but Semantic needs to double back and defend.
McCray finds Boss on the right-hand side and is on the stiff, getting damaged. Now his teammates join that mid. Tensai now for hypercharge. A massive back from Boss to respond against it. 75% to save this crack. They already need 1 more shot.
They're going to get there.
That's going to be the one to steal it, surely. Crazy Raccoon will take the first set.
Now though he's going to have to pop his shield. He needs to stand and fight. He doesn't last long, I'll tell you that much. Boss also not long for this world. Semantic, does he have the damage to stop this? What a clear, but it's not going to buy him enough time. Milkrio drops the ball, and Lukii is back on deck. Tensai frustrated. Boss with a hypercharge super. Everybody with 1 in their hands on Humble style, but here comes Moya. He is burning them to the ground. Outranged though by Lukii as he is. Humble need to fight. Ball cleared, crossed to the right. Semantic with the invulnerability is going to be able to get it out of the way, but this is not enough. Not remotely enough. Now Tensai tries to get forward, looking for an opening, but that Meeple super gets used pretty deep on the map and can't be effective here. Here we go, once more, Semantic steps up. He needs that healing from Boss, and it's not enough to keep him alive. Humble might have thrown this away. Tensai trying to get a little bit of space, but Crazy Raccoon have a 2-star lead, and there's no way for Humble to regain it. Teetering on the edge, again are Humble, as Crazy Raccoon stamp their authority on the round for the World Championship. 9 seconds left. Milkrio starting to pinch on the right-hand side. He pops his super. Tensai looking at Semantic. He's looking like a tasty morsel. In he goes. Able to get away as well with a super, but not to safety. Crazy Raccoon, the king of old, has returned to claim his dues. From the dumpster to the throne. A rags to riches story. Stuck on repeat. Crazy Crazy Raccoon have ascended once more to godhood in Brawl Stars.